So it's book club time. Yay! You've been waiting for book club, right? If you don't know what book club is basically a way to give you a library at home. We sell the books to you at deep, 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 deep discounts. And it's literature. They're usually young adult novels that are of high interest. And we want you to have a library at home. It's so good for you. Such a great thing. So the middle school books this year. High school kids, you will love these books too. Seriously, they're awesome. So this month, December, is going to be Unexpected Heroes Month. So we're starting with middle school. High school kids, you'll love middle school. They're awesome. The first one is called School for Sidekicks. No, it's not a ripoff for something. Yes, TV shows, movies, blah, blah, blah. It's an interesting topic. People do it. This one, I loved it. I read it probably about 1.5 years ago, and I've been wanting it for book club ever since because I want you guys to read it. I want you all to be able to talk about the same book. You know, that's one of the things about book club. We get to talk about the same book because lots of people read the same book. It's very exciting. So this one, there's this kid, Evan. He lives in a world that has superheroes. He's got a favorite superhero. It's all good. He always wanted to be a superhero, but he doesn't have any powers. It's very sad. Then one day at a school field trip, something happens. And I'm not going to tell you what because it's really awesome and I don't want to spoil it for you. But it's a really good scene. And he ends up in, it's the Academy of Metahuman Operatives. That's what they call the School for Sidekicks. He's taking banter basics and combat with dinnerware. He doesn't want to be a sidekick. Nobody does. Everybody wants to be a superhero. But there's all sorts of stuff going on. There's all sorts of secrets. There's this whole odd thing with the superheroes. It's adventure. It's mystery. It's so much fun. I loved this book. Can't tell you how much I loved this book. So it is AR 5.7. It is worth 13 points. This we will sell to you for $4. Such a bargain. So the second middle school book, oh my gosh, I love this book. I can't tell you how much. It's The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Now it's very odd. They're in this little town. It's sad. It's almost as if there's a weight of sadness over the entire town. You start with this young boy. And he is an apprentice. He's an apprentice to the elders. The elders are the people who run the town. Well, the town is terrorized by this witch. The witch demands a sacrifice. Once a year, they have to take the youngest baby and they have to bring it to the forest and leave it there for the witch to eat. They've been doing this for decades. It's happened for the longest time. So this boy, he's apprenticed to the elders. The elders are the ones who go and who take the kid to the woods. And he sees the mom's sorrow and he sees her upset and screaming. And he takes the baby and he takes it to the woods and they leave the baby in the woods to be taken by the witch. So then a part of the book is dealing with him and his stuff. But the other part of the book, the witch, she has no idea why these people are leaving babies in the woods. So she goes once a year and she picks up the baby and she takes it to another town a couple hills over and she finds it a foster family and makes sure that it's happy and it has a good life. And there are people, you know, in their 40s who were children left in the woods. Nobody knows why. But the town always looks forward to the witch because she's such a wonderful human being and they're all excited, you know, new baby. Well, okay, so this one year, the year that this boy brought the baby to the woods, she got a little bit distracted when she was feeding the baby. Now, she's not a mom, so she has to feed the baby Moonlight. Moonlight is nutritious. She's feeding the baby Moonlight, and she gets distracted, and she feeds it too much Moonlight, and the baby becomes magical. So the baby's a witch too. So she can't pawn it off on some poor unsuspecting parent when it's burping up magic, right? So she adopts the child and she has to raise the child. And there's all this wonderful stuff. There's, the perfectly enormous dragon. I don't know if that's the name, but he thinks he's huge. And he's this little teeny tiny pocket-sized dragon. There's just these wonderful things going on. It's a good story. It deals with not just magic, but it deals with just people and reality and learning and growing. And oh my gosh, I cannot recommend this book more highly. It is a fabulous book. It is hardback. Fabulous, wonderful. A 4.8 on the AR scale, and it's worth 12 points. We will sell this hardback book for $7. Such a deal. You gotta read this book. So the third middle school book. Now remember, we're talking unexpected heroes, right? Summer of My German Soldier. This one is historical fiction. It's based on real things that really happened. And it's based in the United States. Now in the United States, we did have German soldiers because prisoners of war. So what did they do? They sent them to small towns where they would be imprisoned in the small town. Now, this is the story of a Jewish girl in the United States who meets one of these soldiers who's in her town. And it's just that whole question of who's really the enemy, who's reality. It's that whole story of who is the enemy? Can we understand each other? Do we have anything in common? Are we different? It's just a lovely, wonderful story. And it's real. I love learning history from historical fiction. It's a good thing. This book is a 5.2 on the AR scale, and it's worth 9 AR points. We are selling you this book for $4. Totally worth it. You gotta read it. It's just a wonderful, lovely little story. Now we're talking high school books. Okay, the high school books, if you are junior high, you may buy the high school books. However, you must have a note from your parent saying that it's okay for you to buy this high school book. And it's just basically because they're mature. And we want to make sure that your parents know what you're reading, and that's okay. So high school books. Right here.
Okay, hi guys. So this book is Daughter of Smoke and Bone. It's by Lainey Taylor. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce her name. But I read this book a while ago, so honestly I can't remember what exactly it's about, but I remember loving it. It was definitely one of the books that got me into like YA books, which is like my favorite kind of genre. YA is definitely a drama. So this one is about a girl. She has blue hair, she's an artist, and she's in an art school, and one of her favorite things to draw is like monsters, and her friend thinks that she's crazy, kind of, but it turns out that the monsters in her drawings are actually family, and the story goes on. She meets a guy, the guy is special. And that's the book.
Thank you, Emily. I'll take it from here. This book, Daughter of Smoke and Bone. As Emily said, it's about this girl. She has blue hair. Now everybody thinks she's so cool because she dyes her hair blue, but she doesn't. It grows out of her head that way. Okay, that's odd. She's also very creative. She's an artist. She has these notebooks full of amazing, magical, mystical monsters and creatures, and they're awesome. But they are her family. Now, it was created by this lady, Lainey Taylor. She was inspired by her trips in Czechoslovakia and Eastern Europe. And it's set there, somewhere in, I think it's Czechoslovakia. And this girl, okay, now she came to talk to the school. And I wasn't sure about this book because, well, there's this thing about teeth. Teeth, right? Yeah, who cares? But the whole thing about okay, this girl with the blue hair, her father, mega monster, he requires her to go and fetch teeth. That's her job for her dad. We don't know why. It's like halfway through the book when we finally find out why. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's so amazing. You will love it. I'm not going to tell you why because it's like such a part of the book. And it went from being this teeth, right? To, oh my gosh, yes, teeth. It was a really cool thing. So then there is this other character that comes in and their interactions with each other. Okay, unexpected heroes. Is she the unexpected hero? Is her father the unexpected? How about this other character that comes in? It's really cool. It's just an amazing and wonderful creative thing. I read it merely because I really liked the author. I liked her as a person. She was neat. She has pink hair. She's cool. So I read it, and I'm so glad I did. It's one of my favorite books. This one, it's a 5.8 on the AR scale, on your reading scale, and it is worth 16 points. Such a good book. Unexpected heroes, right? Oh, there's the girl with the blue hair, but there's also that character I'm not going to tell you about that you will find out about, the one with wings.
So this is The Scar Boys by Len, I can't pronounce that.
Vlahos.
This is The Scar Boys by Len Vlahos, and it's a really interesting book. It's about a boy who, when he's young, he is bullied pretty badly by the other kids, and one day they're playing a game, and they tie him to a tree, and when they tie him to a tree, the tree that he's tied to gets struck by lightning, and he doesn't, but he's severely burned from the traumatic event, but not only is he scarred on the outside, he's also scarred on the inside, and it's kind of him finding friends with his trauma while also going to therapy and using a punk rock band that him and his friends decided to put together to help him cope. And the entire book is written as if he's writing a college admittance essay.
Thank you, Pepper. So, yes, as Pepper says, Len Vlahos, he also came to Blair. He's been here twice, actually. He came with this book, and he came with another one, which is also extraordinarily wonderful. This book, Scar Boys, he's being badly bullied by these kids when he is tied to that tree. And then this thunderstorm comes up. And they run off and they leave him there when it's struck by lightning, and he's so badly burned. And it's really just a horrendous thing that happened to him. So like Pepper said, it's all about learning and developing and growing and becoming who you are meant to be, overcoming these horrors that happen to you, and dealing with bullies. I mean, people who hurt you. Just fascinating. It's based on Len Vlahos' own reality when he joined a punk rock band and they decided to travel the states. And so that part of it is based on his experience. And it's all just so good. You got to read this book. It's wonderful. So this book is a 6.1. Talk about unexpected heroes, right? Oh my gosh. 6.1 on the AR scale, and it is worth 8 points. This one is Until We Meet Again. And the only thing I need to do to tell you about this book is read the back. The last thing Cassandra wants is to spend the summer before her senior year marooned in a snooty Massachusetts shore town. Cass craves drama and adventure, which is hard to find when she just feels stuck in a world of country clubs and garden parties. But when a dreamy stranger shows up on her family's private beach, claiming that it is his property and that the year is 1925, Cass is swept into a mystery 100 years in the making. As she searches for answers in the present, Cass discovers a truth that thrusts Lawrence's life into jeopardy. It won't matter which century he is from if he won't live to see tomorrow. right? That's all you need, right? It's awesome. So this book is also a $4 book. It is a 4.0 and it is worth 10 points. $4. You gotta buy this book. It's such a good book. So there you have it. Blair Book Club. Please come to my room, 1119 on the middle school campus, and purchase your books for your deep, deep, deep discounts. They're pretty awesome, wonderful, and amazing. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions for books. They're amazing, and I would love to have your help in creating the next video.